This is such a nice breakfast spread at the Ferreira Albergue. And then there's toast on the table. And look, there's tomato and there's olive oil. Oh, it's so nice. Are you coming to say hello? Yeah. Oh, do you want to play with my stick? Yeah. I know. You're giving yourself a bath. Yeah. Yeah, it's very important. Good. Where were you going? Go ahead. You can go through. I think they escaped. All right, it is day 9. I think it's day 9, yeah. I have today to walk and 2 more days and I'll arrive in Santiago. So 11 days total for the Primitivo. This is like the very end of the actual Primitivo route, even though I have 2 more days to walk after this. Once I get to Melide, the Primitivo joins with the French way, the Française, and there are going to be a lot more pilgrims. And it's always a little unnerving and jolting to kind of be on this very, very quiet path. I mean, right now, there's just no one. It's just me. And like, there have been a lot of pilgrims, not a lot, a few from, where I stayed this morning. But like, even these last few days have gotten to kind of recognize everyone in this stage, and it's still really quiet. Mostly like I had stopped for a coffee, and several other pilgrims were there, but I let them all kind of go ahead of me so that I knew I could walk alone. And it's just been so nice and special to be on, a route that has, adequate services and it's set up for pilgrims, but it's also been such a quiet year, such a quiet walk. So yeah, I'm really happy with the Primitivo. So I am stopping a little past Melide, about 5 kilometers past. So it's only a 25 kilometer day. And yeah, yesterday I walked 30. It's crazy. It was a 30 kilometer day and I felt like I arrived so early. I had so much time. I didn't know what to do with myself. So I think, today I'm trying to savor every moment. I'm going to stop for lunch in Melide. I'm going to take my time. Just enjoy the last part of this Camino. This is a really beautiful rest area. So here's a fountain and there's some picnic tables and it's all under big shaded trees. It's really beautiful. So you gotta love this sign. Route 66. Ah, it's so funny. It's great. The sun is coming out. Oh, I think this is going to be a beautiful late morning and early afternoon to walk. Just perfect. So I left Melide, and it was just chaotic there. I remember that from really the last 2 times I passed through. It is not my favorite place on the Camino. And I think, especially when you're on a different route that's not the French way, and when it's nice and quiet and you kind of know all your pilgrim friends, the kind of have those 2 routes merged together in a kind of loud, I don't know, just not charming city. It feels like too much. I was planning to eat something and sit down and have a long break, and I ran into a pilgrim that I just kind of met this morning, and she was finishing in Melide, and she was having a glass of wine, so I joined her for a glass of wine, and we saw a couple other pilgrims renew, but everyone just wanted to get out. So I just decided to keep walking. I don't have too much further to go until my destination. And right now, actually, I'm on an alternative route. So the Camino split, and I went to the left, which is 200 meters longer, but just leaving Melide, I was kind of caught in a group of pilgrims, and they all went to the right. So now for this little stretch, I have a nice, quiet, peaceful Camino. And it's totally okay. The Camino is everyone's Camino, and I really believe that strongly. I always have to remind myself, though, that it is an adjustment. Just when you're if you've been walking the Camino Frances, especially if you, kind of started pretty far back, when you get to the 100-kilometer mark, where a lot more pilgrims join, that can feel kind of unsettling. But then I just try to remember, right, that pilgrims who start and walk the last 100 kilometers, they're pilgrims. They're on a pilgrimage. It's everyone's Camino. So I always try not to be judgmental about it. But at the same time, it's also okay for it to feel a little hard and to feel like I just kind of lost my Camino. And now I've entered into a different one for this last stretch. But it's all okay. It's still really beautiful. It's been such a beautiful walk. I've loved it. All right, my alternate route is ending because I see the other pilgrims. Pilgrims and pilgrims. Oh, it's too much. Oh, I totally remember this from 6 years ago.
Hello.
Hi, hola. All right, this was perfect. And the queso and quince, is my new favorite thing on the Camino. So this is the perfect little stop and snack break before my destination. Yeah, I think that stand had definitely been there, but it's taken up a notch and is quite a bit nicer than several years ago. Here's my albergue Alemán. Let's see how it is. So I'm at the albergue now, and it's pretty incredible. There are only, I think, 5 pilgrims total, and 4 of us are on the Primitivo. I don't really know the other 3, but I recognize them. There are 2 girls that I said hi to a few days ago because we had all just climbed a really big hill and we were really tired, and so it was just nice to see familiar faces. I think I really expected joining the Frances that albergues would be crowded and that I'd be, kind of the only one from the Primitivo with all these new pilgrims. I think it really helps that I am staying at an albergue in Boente, which is just 5 kilometers past Melide. I think probably most pilgrims on the Frances either stayed at Melide or continued on. I think if you follow the stages more closely, then you won't stay at these places that are a bit off stage. So it's a really, really nice spot. It's a private albergue. It's very clean. The man and the woman running this, they're just so nice. They have a beer garden outside where they serve food. I had a menu for lunch at 3:30, and when I was paying for my bed, the hospitalero asked, he's like, "Do you think you're gonna eat dinner?" And I was like, "Probably." So I'll probably have another really big meal in a couple of hours. There's a little pool out back, so I'm gonna go and put my feet in there. It's not a hot day. These days have been so mild, but it actually feels really nice to be in another quiet place that feels really relaxed, especially after Melide. I think kind of walking through there and feeling a bit just off and unsettled, I don't know, it just feels really good to be in a place like this.